All right, I have to admit it feels really weird being in front of the camera. It's been forever since I filmed anything on my channel, and there's good reason. And I debated whether I should tell you guys the reason why I haven't filmed, and I figure I might as well. You all know I was on vacation a few months ago to Hawaii. Great vacation. While we were gone, my sister-in-law took care of our pets, our house. We got back. We were home 2 days, and I went grocery shopping. Was unloading the groceries when I heard a bird flapping in my garage. I thought it was a wild bird. It turns out it was my pet parakeet, Bibble. Now, normally he doesn't go down the long hallway that leads to the garage because he's really spooked by that hallway. I don't know why, but I guess he missed me so much he didn't care and he went for it, which breaks my heart. And so he was in between the garage door and the ceiling, and I froze, and all I could say, was call him over, Bibble, Bibble, and he came down, but he got disoriented, and he ended up flying out the garage to the wide open, and I could see him sporadically flying because he'd never been outside before. I had him 7 years. He was my buddy, and I literally was heartbroken, and it's been almost 2 months now, and I'm still searching for him. The first couple of weeks, I was on foot, walking all through the neighborhoods, putting flyers everywhere, posting online, next door, the neighborhood, ring, everywhere, searching for him. And unfortunately, I have not found him yet, and I'm hoping that someone will find him and turn him in. I know almost 2 months is a long time, especially since we live right by the mountains. We have a lot of predators out there, and I just hate to think of that. And so those of you who have a bird know how amazing these little creatures are. And Bibble was not an ordinary bird. He had a huge personality, and he could talk. Here's a little clip of him talking. So yeah, I really miss him, and I keep praying that, one of these days I will find him. So that is why I haven't really filmed. I think I did 1 or 2 maybe coming back from Hawaii, but I did those very reluctantly, and my heart wasn't into it. But, time heals, and so I wanted to create a video, and I've had a lot of people ask me about the perfumes in my collection, and I'm going to go ahead and share those with you today. Today I'm going to be doing A through L, and then the next video will be M through Z. And what I thought would be really nice for you guys is, as you're watching my video, comment 5 fragrances from the fragrances I'm talking about that you would like a sample of. So pick 5, and then I'll pick 2 lucky winners, whether you're international or in the US, and I'll send you 5 samples that you can try out. So, and I'm also going to put a link to a great place to buy these fragrances, which is Max Aroma. They offer great prices. They are authentic. They have great customer service, so I think you guys will be really happy with them. So I'll put a link to them in the description box as well. And for the fragrances that you can't find on their site, like some of these niche fragrances that I'm going to be talking about today are not on their site, I'll put individual links to those perfumes for you guys. So anyway, for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Sasha. This is Sasha Scents. I mostly do fragrance reviews. I do a little bit of beauty and style. So if you enjoyed that type of content, I really hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. Now, this is my collection. I have weaned it down a little bit over the last couple of months. I've sold some on Mercari, and I have given some away. And I've also, if they fell within the return window, I did return some. But I have a lot of fragrances. Super excited to share them with you. So let's just get right on into it. The first one I'm going to share with you is Cloud. And this one is by ARIANA Grande. This is the Eau de Parfum. A lot of people say this smells a lot like Baccarat Rouge 540, and it does. It smells very similar, which is really nice. So it's very affordable. So if you have been wanting Baccarat Rouge, but you can't really afford it because it is really expensive, this is a great alternative. I actually have a few fragrances that smell like Baccarat Rouge, but this is an easy one to find. This has some pear. It's got whipped cream. It has praline, coconut. And it also has a musk accord in here, so it has a little bit of a creaminess to it. Really nice fragrance. And I'm not going to go through every single note. I'm just giving you notes that stand out in that fragrance. Otherwise, this video would be way, way too long. So we're just going to go right through them so you can see everything I have. All right, the next one is Club de Nuit Intense Eau de Parfum by ARMAF. If you like saffron, you'll like this fragrance. It's loaded with saffron, which really stands out. There's some rose, nutmeg. There's also some vanilla, patchouli, and amber in this fragrance. This is one of those fragrances that's really fun to wear out on the town if you're going out with your girlfriends to a dinner or going out dancing. This is a great one to wear. All right, next we're going into the letter B, and I have FLORABOTANICA by Balenciaga. This is the Eau de Parfum, and I was really hesitant to buy this one for the longest time because I wasn't really sure because of the notes in here, but I actually really like this. I think it's really refreshing. It's great for spring, for summer. You're going to notice the mint accord in here, which is soft. It blends with rose. There's some cannabis in here as well, and some vetiver and amber. Great for daytime, for most occasions. Super easy to wear. Some people really love this fragrance and some don't. So I would suggest getting a sample of this one before actually purchasing a bottle. Just depending on your taste, you may or may not like it. It's not an easy blind buy, but I like it. All right. Next, we have Boucheron, Eau de Parfum by Boucheron. I've had this fragrance for a very long time, and when I first got it, I wore it like crazy. And honestly, I haven't worn it in like a year and a half, but I don't want to get rid of it because it reminds me of my aunt in Holland, Rotterdam. That's where I'm from, and I remember she used to wear this all the time, and it just brings back memory of being in Holland, and I haven't been there in so long. But it's got orange, there's some basil, that really stands out, lemon, amber, there's some sandalwood and vanilla in here. Really nice, sophisticated, rich smelling fragrance. Maybe one of these days I'll start wearing it again, but for now I'll just hang on to that one. And then next we've got Burberry Brit Eau de Parfum by Burberry. I actually purchased this one probably about 2 months ago, I think. But I really like this one. It's got a really nice almond accord in here that mixes with this pear, this sugar. There's peony in here, although the peonies in this one isn't very strong, but you still get a sense of it. And there's also some vanilla and tonka bean. Great fragrance to wear, easy for daytime. I think you could wear this one year round. Next, I've got Burberry London Eau de Parfum by Burberry. I really like this one. If you like rose and jasmine, you'll like that. It really mixes with the patchouli and sandalwood in here. This one's a little heavier and probably better suited for the fall and winter or cooler spring nights, but really nice fragrance. I enjoy this one a lot. I think a guy could get away with wearing this one as well. Although it's targeted for women, to me it feels a little more unisex. All right, and then I've got my Burberry Black Eau de Parfum by Burberry. I almost got rid of this fragrance, but changed my mind because I really do like the way that this smells, and I know that it's now discontinued, so that makes me want to hang on to this. It's got this beautiful jasmine. It almost has like this buttery opening to it. There's candied almond, there's some rose and sandalwood. And what I notice with Burberry fragrances, they use a lot of almond in their perfumes, and I really like that. But this is a really nice fragrance. Kind of reminds me of dressing up in a really nice black dress and going out on the town for a, a special dinner. It's really nice. All right, moving right along. We have Gaultier, the Roman Nights Absolute Eau de Parfum by Bvlgari. If you like plum and patchouli, this one really is bright, it's rich, it's decadent. This plum is juicy, the patchouli smells incredible, and it mixes with a vanilla and musk to make this a very sensual, kind of sexy nighttime fragrance that you want to wear when you're going out with your significant other. Really like this one a lot. And I know I'm moving fast, I hope you guys don't mind. All right, next, this one is a new one to my collection, so I'm going to share it with you. It is Splendida Patchouli Tenation Eau de Parfum by Bvlgari. Oh my gosh, this is such an addictive fragrance. I've been loving wearing this one. It's got patchouli, and there's a lot of patchouli in here. So if you don't like patchouli, this might be a little bit much for you, but if you like patchouli, this is great. They did a nice job. It mixes beautifully with some peach, some orris, and musk. It's kind of creamy. I think it's very feminine, very, very nice. All right, another new fragrance I recently picked up that I really, really like. And this one, oh, we're getting into the letter C, by the way. This one is Euphoria Intense Eau de Parfum by Calvin Klein. I like this way better than the original Euphoria. The original to me smells a little more masculine. This one is definitely more feminine. You get a beautiful black currant. There's orchid and patchouli in here, but it smells softly floral, very mysterious. It has this juiciness to it that I really, really like. So if you like the original Euphoria and maybe you feel the same way, it was a little bit more masculine, try the intense version. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I really, really like this one a lot. All right, next we have Good Girl Eau de Parfum by Carolina Herrera. This is the original, however it is in the limited edition pink sparkly shoe, which I think is a lot of fun. This has almond that mixes with coffee, some lemon, there's tuberose, there's also cacao in here, which is very chocolatey, very rich, creamy, with vanilla and cinnamon. I like this fragrance. It's kind of a hit or miss. Some people, in the beginning, everybody loved this, but now there's people that are saying that it's just around so much that they're kind of like, about this particular fragrance. I really like it. I think it's a staple for your collection. And then moving right along, we're going to stay with Carolina Herrera, and we're going to go with Very Good Girl. This is the newest one. This is the Eau de Parfum. This one smells very bright. It's got lychee, some red currant. You'll also notice some rose, vanilla, and vetiver in here. There's been reviewers saying it smells just like Delina. Sorry, I disagree. Maybe the distant cousin of Delina, but yeah, it has hints of maybe some of the notes in there, but this is very different and it stands out to me. I think you'll really like this one, especially if you enjoy lychee and vanilla. It's a really nice fragrance. All right, moving right along, we are going to go with La Panthère Eau de Parfum by Cartier. This is really nice. This just smells like a rich woman who's sophisticated. She's kind of the boss lady. She travels. She likes expensive things. It's a little bit old school with a modern twist. This has some dried fruit. There's rhubarb, rose. You're going to pick up on some strawberry, some pear, and then there's a gorgeous, smooth and rich leather in here that I think is absolutely exquisite, and it mixes beautifully with patchouli. So very sophisticated, grown-up lady type of fragrance. Next is Cerruti 1881 Eau de Toilette by Cerruti. I like this fragrance. It's very easy to wear. This is the kind of fragrance you can throw on if you're going to the gym, if you're running errands, just grabbing lunch with a friend. This is nice. It's got mimosa. There's some rose, chamomile, some amber. There's vanilla and sandalwood in here as well. Really nice fragrance. I love the way that smells. All right. Next we have Kenzo Tendre Eau de Parfum by Chanel. I absolutely love this one. This has some grapefruit, quince, rose, and white musk. This will linger on your clothes forever. It does pretty good on my skin, maybe about 6 hours, but the clothes, you'll notice this fragrance days and days later. This is one of those fragrances that smells like crisp cotton, fresh and clean. So if you like that type of fragrance, you'll really like the Eau Tendre Eau de Parfum version. All right. Sticking with Chanel, we're going with Mademoiselle Intense Eau de Parfum, again by Chanel. This is the intense version, so there's more patchouli. This one's more earthy than the original. It's a little heavier, and I like that. I like the original, but I prefer the intense version. This has some orange. You'll notice some rose, some other fruity notes in here, as well as patchouli, vanilla, and tonka bean. This is beautiful for the fall with a sweater and maybe a scarf. I think it's just elegant, classy, and sophisticated. It's kind of like the grown-up sister to the original Coco Mademoiselle. So if you want something a little more grown-up, go with the intense version. All right. Next, I have Linderoth and Morgan Aurora par Charles Wong. This is a really nice fragrance, especially if you enjoy hyacinth. This mixes with a rhubarb accord that has some creamy tofu, some fig, peach, and amber. So it's this powdery sweetness. It reminds me of like powdered sugar is the best way I can describe it. It's not overly sweet, but done just right. It's got this gorgeous hyacinth in there, just this elegant floral masterpiece. So if you love florals, you'll really, really enjoy this one. Next, we're going into the letter D, and before I get into it, I need to mention that I have over 24 dossier fragrances that I'm not going to show you today. I can do a separate my dossier collection video because there's just so many that I have of theirs that I absolutely love, that I just wanted to keep moving with these, and I'll do a separate video for dossier. So stay tuned for that one. But our first D in this collection, I've got Dior Addict, Eau de Parfum by Dior. This is Christmas in a bottle to me. I absolutely love this fragrance. It's got some mandarin leaf, some orange blossom, there's some jasmine, sambac, and bourbon vanilla. Now it also smells like there's cinnamon in here, but that note is not listed. It just has a slight spiciness to it, and again, really, really reminds me of Christmas time. I love this one. Fall, winter type of fragrance with the big oversized sweater. Fantastic. All right, next we're going with Miss Dior, Absolutely Blooming Eau de Parfum by Dior. If you love raspberry and pomegranate mixed with some peonies, some rose and musk, you will love this. It's very bright, it's very effervescent, it's got some creaminess to it, makes a great signature scent, especially for a bride or if you're a guest at the wedding. This is just gorgeous. I highly recommend this one, and again, this one is Absolutely Blooming. Some people get this one confused with Blooming Bouquet, but you want Absolutely Blooming, especially if you love that raspberry, that syrupy raspberry in there mixed with florals. It's absolutely stunning. All right, next I have Hypnotic Poison Eau de Toilette by Dior. Oh, I love the almond accord in here. It's this bitter almond that mixes with the sambac, jasmine, and vanilla. I absolutely adore this. Some people will say it smells like a root beer float. Other people have said it reminds them a little bit of Play-Doh. It does, but I kind of look past that because you're getting some florals in here. That almond is just absolutely delicious. Reminds me of those almond pastries with powdered sugar on there. It's just absolutely delicious. I have not smelled the perfume version of this one. All I can get my hands on was the Eau de Toilette, but I absolutely love this. Super long lasting. So this is a beast mode. It lasts a very, very long time. I think you guys would be pleasantly surprised on how great the performance is on that. All right, moving right along, we have the Only One Intense Eau de Parfum by Dolce & Gabbana. I like this one a lot more than the original. This one is a little heavier. You're getting this beautiful green crisp apple though in the beginning that mixes with this coconut, jasmine, and vanilla. This is a kind of perfume you want to wear where you're just wearing this gorgeous dress and your makeup is beautiful, your hair is done, and you're just out on the town. Love, love this perfume. All right. We're moving on to the next letter, which is E. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're not. We still have another fragrance by Dolce & Gabbana. I jumped ahead. I'm sorry. How could I forget this one? This is Dolce Shine Eau de Parfum by Dolce & Gabbana. This is great, especially if you love mango in your fragrance. It mixes with this quince, some grapefruit, and then it has this saltiness that comes from the sea salt. And then there's also some musk and sandalwood in here. This is a bright, happy fragrance. This is happiness, sunshine in a bottle. So the name for this is perfect, Dolce Shine. It really does shine. You're going to feel very pretty and very feminine wearing this one. All right, now we can move into the letter E. And the first one that I'm going to share with you is Elie Tahari Eau de Parfum by Elie Tahari. And this is a great fragrance, especially if you love a really bright citrus opening. You get this bergamot that mixes with tea, and then you're getting some violet, some floral and woody notes that mix with musk and amber. So it opens very bright, very happy, very effervescent, citrusy, and then it dries down more towards this warmer, woody type of a scent that's absolutely gorgeous. This is targeted for women, but I think guys could totally get away wearing this perfume. I love it. Highly recommend for spring and summer. All right, next we have the Nirvana. This one is Amethyst by Elizabeth and James. I absolutely adore the tobacco note in here. This is such a gorgeous tobacco. It's a sweet tobacco. It mixes with this honeysuckle, cedar, and spices. It doesn't last a very long time, which is unfortunate. I do have to respray this one, but there's no way I could get rid of this because I absolutely love the way this smells. So if you get a chance, sometimes you see them at TJ Maxx, but I'm not sure if Max Aroma has this one or not. They might, so definitely check out their link to see if they do. This is a fantastic one to try. All right, so now I need to take a break for a minute. I need to restock my tables with more perfumes so that we can keep going until we get all the way to the end of L. So give me a minute, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and now we're on the letter G, and we're gonna start with Cognac Café Eau de Parfum by Galleria. If you love coffee, you're gonna like this fragrance. Mix it with brown sugar, almond, licorice, cognac, vanilla. Now, have you guys noticing a lot of these fragrances have almond in there? I'm really noticing that I like almond in my fragrances. But there's also myrrh in here as well. This is a great unisex fragrance, great to wear if you're wearing that oversized sweater and you want to sit by the fireplace and snuggle up. This is great. All right, next I have C Intense Eau de Parfum by Giorgio Armani. This is the 2021 version. This has this black currant syrup that's rich, dark, decadent, mixes with a Turkish rose, patchouli, and benzoin. I love this one. I actually think I like it better than the original. The original has the cassis in the opening, so this has that black currant in the opening, but the dry down is the same, except this is a little heavier. So if you want a heavier fragrance, definitely go with the intense version. Next, we have Amarige Eau de Toilette by Givenchy. There are tons and tons of notes in here, so I'm only going to name a few, like peach, plum, there's some violet in here, lots and lots of tuberose, lots of gardenia. You'll notice some rose, vanilla, amber, and musk, so there's a little bit of a creaminess to it. I really like this one. It is very feminine, kind of old school, but you can still definitely wear this today. So if you love florals, definitely check out Amarige. It's still doing very well today as it did back then. All right, next we have Le Interdit Eau de Parfum by Givenchy. This is great, has some pear, bergamot, tuberose in here, vanilla, patchouli, and vetiver, but there's a ton of tuberose in here. So if you love tuberose, you're gonna absolutely adore this fragrance. It's actually my favorite. I know they have the L'Interdit Rouge and then the intense version, but I like the original. All right, moving right along, we have Organza Eau de Parfum by Givenchy. This is great. It has a little spiciness to it with the nutmeg in here. There's also notes of bergamot, gardenia, there's some walnut. Also has tuberose, some peony, vanilla, amber, and cedar. So it has this really nice dry down in there. This is really one of my favorites by Givenchy. I think it's absolutely stunning. I love this one. Beautiful. All right, next is Issey's Eau de Parfum by Givenchy. Again, tons and tons of notes in this one. This one definitely feels more old school to me because of the aldehydes. It mixes with some coconut. You'll get hints of rosewood, some tuberose. There's also rum in this one, which is nice. They've added some rose and then honey for sweetness, amber, patchouli, and vanilla. So again, really nice. This one smells sophisticated. A little bit of that old school vibe going on, but great for today's environment. I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So definitely check that one out if you get the chance. And then we are moving now to Mémoire d'une odeur eau de toilette by Gucci. This has some chamomile in here, so it's very soft, some bitter almond, which is nice. You're getting musk, some soft florals with some jasmine, and then you're getting a woody base with some sandalwood and vanilla in there. Great unisex fragrance, great, easy to grab to wear on a day-to-day basis, just running errands or doing whatever you need to do. This is a fantastic fragrance. And then we're going to Mon Guerlain Intense Eau de Parfum by Guerlain. This is great, especially if you love lavender. This is a beautiful lavender mixed with this vanilla. There's hints of bergamot, some rose, some jasmine. There's even licorice in here, which I love. Some patchouli and coumarin. I like this better than the original. It lasts a lot longer, and I think it's stronger in the lavender and vanilla department. So if you like an intense fragrance, this lasts a very, very long time on the clothes. It's fantastic. All right, now we're moving into the letter H, and the first one that I'm gonna talk about is Un Jardin sur la Lagune Eau de Toilette by Hermes. Now, when I first got this one, I brought it with me to Hawaii and I absolutely loved it, and it worked great for me. Maybe it was the weather, the humidity, it was warmer and the air is a little thicker, so it lasted a long time. Now that I'm home, this fades very quickly on me, which is a disappointment, but it does have some sea notes, magnolia, there's some woody notes in here. There's also some lily and pedisporum. So it does smell really nice, although I am very, very disappointed in the performance, but I'll continue to wear this one. But we're heading into fall and winter, so I may, you know, pick up on this again next year or take it with me on another vacation. All right, next we've got French Manor Eau de Parfum by Hervé Laurent. This line of fragrances is amazing. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to try Hervé Laurent. They make some incredible, gorgeous, high quality, luxurious fragrances. This opens with a gorgeous Rangoon creeper. It mixes with vanilla. There's some musk in here, tuberose. There's also some pineapple, which you really pick up on, apple, blackcurrant, and even lilac. Really pretty fragrance. I love it. All right. Next by Hervé Laurent, we have a Mademoiselle Chérie Eau de Parfum. This has a beautiful like Sicilian lemon in here that mixes with like orange, some bergamot, so it's a bit citrusy in the opening. You'll pick up some ylang ylang, vetiver, vanilla, patchouli, musk, as well as amber. Gorgeous fragrance, very feminine, a great signature scent. I like this one a lot. All right, next we're going to be moving on with another Hervé Laurent fragrance, and this one is Madison Avenue, which was created as an homage to New York City. Ah, I love this one. It also has the Rangoon creeper, some ginger, musk, marigolds, patchouli, tuberose, apple, and pineapple. And again, this is by Hervé Laurent. Gorgeous fragrance, so if you like a little bit of fruity floral, you'll really like Madison Avenue. Now, if you like wine, you'll like this next one by Hervé Laurent. It's called Merlot Eau de Parfum. This opens with this juicy cherry, some strawberry, peach, plum. There's a little bit of mint in here with some rose, some vetiver, and then you're getting the wild grapes, which gives it that wine smell. It almost smells like a sangria that you make with a very expensive Merlot wine. And there's also some oud and wood in here, so really, really nice. I love it. All right, next. Oh, this one. This is the Godfather Eau de Parfum by Hervé Laurent. This is the most expensive fragrance I have in my collection, and when I tell you how much this is for men. This is $1,600. This is my most expensive fragrance. My husband's worn it a couple of times, but I keep it in here because I am like so worried that it may tip over or he drops it. Yeah. Oh, this smells so good. It's got bergamot. There's some freesia, lavender, clove, patchouli, leather. It's a smooth, rich leather with oak moss and dark amber. It smells absolutely incredible, and it smells very, very expensive. All right. Next, I've got Givenchy Signature Eau de Parfum, which is a unisex fragrance by Hervé Laurent. This is one of my absolute favorites because I love the tobacco in here. It mixes with saffron. There's ginger, bergamot. There's some tonka bean, oud, vanilla, and of course that tobacco note. So if you want a fragrance with a beautiful tobacco, I would suggest Givenchy Signature. It's phenomenal. Again, my favorite. All right. Next, we have White Bloom Eau de Parfum by Hervé Laurent. This opens with a really fun, spicy mint, apple with a Rangoon creeper. And then you get into some tropical blooms with some plum, some gardenia, tuberose, and jasmine. So this is very floral, but it has that tropical feel to it, and I really, really like this one a lot. Fun to wear, great for spring, summer, and again, that was White Bloom. All right, now we are getting into the letter I. And I just got this fragrance just a few days ago. This is L'Eau d'Issey Eau de Toilette by Issey Miyake. And I know Issey Miyake just passed away, so I wanted to get this fragrance. They had it at Costco for like $58. This is the Eau de Toilette. I've never smelled the Eau de Parfum, but this itself lasts a very long time. There's Lotus, Rose Absolute in here. There's some white florals and some precious woods. And those woods really do stand out, especially in the dry down. Absolutely love this fragrance. I don't know what took me so long to get it, but I highly recommend it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. All right, next we are moving into the letter J, and we've got to do that with Jean Paul Gaultier. This is Classique Essence de Parfum by Jean Paul Gaultier. I love this. This has this tangerine in there. It's got some orange, some ginger, aldehydes. It also has some whipped cream, so it reminds me of kind of like an orange creamsicle that you would eat on a hot summer day. There's also some vanilla and cashmere wood. Love the bottle, but this is a very long-lasting, fresh fragrance that you technically, because the ginger's in there and the cashmere, you could technically wear this year-round, but this is a really nice fragrance. Now, if you love pear, especially juicy pear, you can't go wrong with La Belle Eau de Parfum by Jean Paul Gaultier. The pear in here is delicious. It's juicy. It's mouth-watering. It blends with bergamot. There's a smooth leather in here, along with vanilla, vetiver, amber, and musk. Very feminine. This is great to wear on an evening out. I love this one. Highly recommend it, especially if you love pear. This is one of my favorites with pear in there. All right, still moving along with Jean Paul Gaultier. We have Scandal Eau de Parfum. Love this one. Now, I haven't tried the others. I know there's Scandal by Night, Scandal Paris, I think, and another one, but I love the original. This has a fantastic blood orange in here. It's got honey, peach, beeswax, some caramel, patchouli, and then licorice. And I think the licorice really makes this fragrance stand out. It's sexy, date night kind of fragrance that is going to leave the guy just thinking about you for days. I love this one. Again, that was Scandal. All right. Next, we are going with Fever Eau de Parfum by Jimmy Choo. This is a great fragrance, especially if you love plum. There's some lychee in here. There's some jasmine. There's coffee, hazelnut, tonka bean. Did I mention vanilla? Great fragrance. Love this one. Great for fall, winter. This is very, very addictive. And again, it's Fever by Jimmy Choo. And then I have the original Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum by Jimmy Choo, which I also really like a lot. He's got some amazing fragrances. This has some pear that mixes with this green note, some orchid, and then you've got toffee and patchouli. Absolutely outstanding. Ah. Love it. This is kind of the fragrance you could wear on a day-to-day basis, kind of like a signature scent. And then next we're going with JULIANNA'S Perfumes. I don't know if you guys have tried their fragrances, but they make fragrances inspired by very well-known fragrances. This one's called Call Me By Your Name, Extract de Parfum, JULIANNA'S Perfume, and it's inspired by Gourmand Coquine by Guerlain. This is heavenly. If you love chocolate, pink pepper, vanilla, amber, some brown sugar, and musk, you're going to be addicted to this fragrance. It's affordable because sometimes, you know, these perfumes can be really expensive. So this is a great alternative. Again, extremely affordable, very well done. It's about 95% spot on. All right, next we have Liquid Gold. This is also by JULIANNA'S Perfume. This is inspired by Gentle Fluidity Gold by Mason Francis Kurkdjian. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. I absolutely love this. It opens with these juniper berries, vanilla, nutmeg, coriander, musk, and amber. It's to die for. So if you want to start with JULIANNA'S Perfumes, I recommend Liquid gold. This is absolutely gorgeous, long lasting. You're gonna love it. All right, now we're moving on to K, and I have Sinner Eau de Parfum by Kat Von D. This is a very goth type of fragrance. It's got some plum in here that mixes with this mandarin orange, some cinnamon, jasmine, patchouli, vanilla, and musk. This is very dark, like I said, very goth-like. Great for evenings or the fall and winter. It's very, very addictive. You will love this one. It's been discontinued. It's very, very hard to find. If you can find one, I recommend it. All right, moving right along, the next fragrance. Now we're moving on to Amour Eau de Parfum by Kenzo. Oh, this is beautiful. This has this steamed rice with this white tea. It's very powdery in the opening. There's frangipani, a little bit of heliotrope, vanilla incense, and musk, so it's creamy. It reminds me a little tiny bit of Hypnotic Poison, but with a little more florals in there. So if you love Hypnotic Poison, this is definitely one you should try. I highly recommend this one. I absolutely love it. Again, this one is called Amour. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. The next one I'm going to show you, we're going to go with Lancome now. I got a lot of Lancome. All right, this one is Idole Aura Eau de Parfum by Lancome. This is another great fragrance if you love salty fragrances with vanilla. This is fantastic. It has some rose, some jasmine, and musk. Super addicting. This screams spring and summer to me. It screams vacation. I absolutely love it. And I know that Idole just came out with another one that's supposed to smell like popcorn. It's their newest one. I haven't smelled that one yet, but this one so far is my favorite. Now, that may change if I smell the one they just created, but I love this one. All right, let's see. We're going to go with, okay, La Nuit Trésor Eau de Parfum by Lancome. This is my second bottle. Love this. It's smoky. It's seductive. It's mysterious. You're getting pear, some strawberry, some rose. The praline and caramel in here is delicious. It mixes with this vanilla. You're getting some lychee, some coffee, and licorice. To me, I think this is an absolutely outstanding fragrance by Lancome. It really is one of my favorite Lancome fragrances. I highly recommend this. Again, this is my second bottle. I was almost done with my first bottle. I had like a quarter of a bottle left, but I ended up giving that to my friend Janice when she was visiting because she loved it so much. So I just ordered myself another one. So happy I did. Love it. All right, let's keep going. All right, the next one that I'm going to share with you is La Nuit Trésor à la Folie Eau de Parfum by Lancome. A lot of you guys had recommended this one to me, and I do really like it. I'm not sure if I like it better than the original, but I do like this. It has red currant in here with a pink pepper. There's also some pear, some rose, bourbon vanilla, peonies, which I absolutely love. And then there's also some nutmeg for that spiciness, patchouli, and ambroxan. Overall, gorgeous fragrance. I like this one. Some people prefer this one over the original. It just depends on your taste. I don't know yet. I kind of lean towards the original, but it is really, really nice. All right, we're going to keep going with Lancome because you can't forget La Vie est Belle Eau de Parfum by Lancome. And this is my second bottle. The first bottle I had, I ended up giving it away. I don't know why. That was kind of a dumb thing to do. And then I bought a second bottle, and then I was going to give it away. I did a video whether I should keep this or give it away because I just haven't worn it, but I actually like having it in the collection. You guys voted to keep it, so I'm keeping it, and I probably will wear it more this fall. Winter, it's a little bit heavier, and this can be very, very cloying, so a little goes a long way. But this is nice. It's got some black currant, some pear, praline is in here. You get patchouli, vanilla, and tonka bean. This is a love-hate type of fragrance. You either love it or you hate it. I'm kind of like, I don't know, on the fence. Some days I really like it. Other days I'm like, I don't know. But I'm going to keep it, and I will get some use out of it. All right. Going on with some more Lancome, we have Poème Eau de Parfum. This is a great kind of this old school modern fragrance that just, people continue to wear this. They keep creating this one because it's such a beautiful fragrance. This has some peach, plum, bergamot, vanilla, some freesia, there's rose, there's a smooth, rich leather, there's amber, tonka, and cedar in here. It opens very floral, but then it dries down to this light sweetness that's very woody. So it is a very unique fragrance. It lasts forever. I think it's a phenomenal fragrance by Lancome. You can still buy it on Lancome's website. Definitely check them out if you get the chance. I highly recommend this one. It is beautiful. All right. All right, next we have Eau Gourmand's Ambre Vanille Eau de Toilette by Laura Mercier. Oh my gosh, this is a phenomenal vanilla fragrance. This smells incredible if you love amber vanilla. This is beautiful. It also mixes with some almond in here, coconut and orchid. Smells beautiful. This is a great fragrance, and you can layer with this too. It's just absolutely beautiful. If you can get your hands on this one, definitely get it because it's great. You can wear this for most occasions, year round. Easy to wear, kind of vanilla fragrance. Nothing happened, thank God. Okay, next, and this is the last one for L, we have Lolita Land Eau de Parfum by Lolita Lempicka. This is fun. It's got Bellini, there's some grapefruit, lemon, plum, peach, jasmine. So very fruity. There's some creaminess to it. It also has some Madagascar vanilla. And then this licorice in here is just to die for, as well as sandalwood. So it's got some woodiness to it. All around gorgeous fragrance. This is a lot of fun if you wanted to wear this as a signature scent. It's got that light sweetness to it. The bottle's super cute. It's got a deer with wings on there. Just an all around really fun fragrance. Now, I've never tried the original Lolita Lempicka, but my best friend Janice recommends that one. So one of these days I'm gonna have to get my hands on a bottle to try that. But there you have my A through L fragrances. Comment down below what 5 you would want a sample of, and I will pick 2 lucky winners. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Remember, one spray can literally change your day. Have a good one, and I'll see you again real soon.